everyone, and welcome back to my channel where we discuss all things logistics. Today I'm going to show you 4 different ways to get direct shippers and suppliers. Remember, I always tell you that the load board is the rat race. However, I noticed that I'm steady telling you all to go for direct shippers, but you all have no clue how to even begin. So let's start with ThomasNet. So pay attention to the browser right here. You see it says thomasnet.com. And we're going to go right into it. Right here, you see where it says suppliers. Now, let's say you have an owner operator who has a reefer, which is a refrigerated truck. So if he has a reefer, we know that he can move a commodity like produce. So right here, we'll type in produce. And then let's just put search. Now, right here, we see it says produce labels, produce bags, produce tapes. But since he has a reefer, we know he can move commodities that actually need to be refrigerated. So we're going to go to clamshells. There's 17 suppliers. So right away, you can see their distributor. They've been around since 1938. They have 200 to 499 employees working for them. These are companies you can call, and you're basically gonna say, hi, I have a dispatching company. I have an owner operator who has a reefer available, or they have a flatbed available, whatever the case may be. And you can ask them, do they have any loads available that you all can take on? Let's say they don't have any loads available. You can just ask them, can you become a part of their network, or what do you need to do to become a part of their network in case they run into an emergency and they need a load dropped off or picked up. So your goal is to get in their phone. You want to become a part of their database, a person that they contact, like I said, before the load board. When it gets to the load board, they've already called everyone in their phone or everyone that they can directly contact. And then since they ran out of resources, ran out of options, they said, fine, let me put it on the load board. Now let's go down right here. So we got Jamestown Plastics. Their annual revenue between 25 and 49 million. They've been around since 1958, 100 to 199 employees. They are moving a lot of freight. You can't tell me that there's not one load that you can get in on. So this is how you want to use this website. And you see, I didn't have to log in or do anything like that. I just simply went to thomasnet.com and typed it in. I use all regions, but if you had an owner operator that was in a specific area, I would tell you to put in their area where they live, because you don't want them to have to drive too many deadhead miles to pick up the load that they're picking up. You want to get it as close as possible. So when you're searching for direct shippers, if you already have an owner operator, always use their region or close to where they are so that the deadhead miles are at a minimum. So the next website that you will use is thebluebook.com. Right here you see it says thebluebook.com. Now the bluebook.com is literally a list of construction companies. It's a whole construction network. So right here, you can type in the word company. And I do that just simply because half of the companies on here have the word company in their name. So typing in the word company, I'm going to leave it at Chicago, and then I'll hit search. Of course, remember, you're going to go to where your owner operator is. You want to be as close to them as possible. Now, this area is important because sometimes we run out of words to search. You see, I just searched company. This gives you an idea of what to search next in this search box. So we have where I put Chicago. Scrolling down, again, you didn't see me log into anything or sign up for anything. Scrolling down, you can start to call any of these companies. These are construction companies. They are building things. They need supplies. And when you're contacting them, you're asking them, who do you get your supplies from? And you try to contact that company directly. Or do they have any opportunities for you? You let them know what you have available. Most construction companies will use a lot of flatbeds for like steel and lumber. So if you're dealing with a flatbed, this is a good resource to use, because you can say, hey, you can literally type in that commodity. You can literally type in lumber or type in steel, instead of typing in company and then see what it generates. This company works on, you can see what they do. They focus on fences. You can see their service areas. Their volume is not listed on here, but you get the idea. Let's go back. Let's see what else we see. Let's do the first one. Tells again what they do. Scroll down right past there. Arizona, founded in 1953. Not much information on this company, on some of the companies. However, others you can at least get their phone numbers. And again, you're just trying to make contact. Let's see what they have. Advanced Climate Solutions. Maybe they have a little bit more on their listing. Okay, so we see that they specialize in air conditioning. It lets you know the services that they provide. You see commercial, industrial. This is all good. This is private. Their project sizes are up to 500,000. 500,000. They do renovations. They're going to need some commodities brought to them or taken away from their locations, from their warehouses, from their commercial sites. So you're just contacting them again. If they say they don't have any loads available for you, just ask them, can I become a part of your network where in case of emergency, someone calls off and you need a load brought to you or taken away from you? Is there a way that you can add me within your network? You'd be surprised how much they're willing to do. And when they do have that emergency, just make sure that you're actually available to get it done. And if you don't have an owner operator yet, but they call you and they say, hey, we got this load, can you move it? The answer never needs to be no. Even if you need to subcontract this out to another dispatcher to get this load moved, you need to do so that you are now officially a part of their network and they will contact you whenever they have a load that they need moved because you were able to come through when they needed you to. So the next resource, Manta.com. Okay. As you can see, Manta, M-A-N-T-A. And right here with Manta, you're going to go right to where it says business directory, search business directory. So now it says, what are you looking for? As you can see, again, I did not log in. What am I looking for? Let's say I'm looking for warehouses. Where am I looking for warehouses? Near my owner operator. I'm just going to put in by default Chicago, Illinois. Okay, so important things to pay attention to on this page. Scroll on down. Some of these are not really warehouses. So look for to say warehouses. Right here, this is good. It says warehouses. A warehouse. It says claimed. It gives you a little more information. A refrigerated warehouse. So we know they may have some produce. Again, produce season. They have a reefer. This may be an option to contact. Right here, it says categorized under warehouses. Pay attention to that. Those are the people that you want to call. Okay, warehouse facility, good, real access. You have their website, you have their phone number, you have their main location. So you can literally be Googling and seeing how far this warehouse is from your owner operator. That says export packing, categorized under warehouses. So just pay attention to that. Make sure they're all still seeing warehouses when you read on this side. Categorized under self-storage warehouses. It needs to say something like warehouse or distribution or something of that nature. Because again, some of them won't say that. So look right here, it says categorized under undefined. Don't call them. Don't bother. So pay attention to that area when you are deciding who to call. As you can see, their phone number is there. Contact them. You're saying the same thing to each of these shippers or each of these suppliers that you're contacting. You can also type in contractors. Uh-oh. Same thing. What they do, remodeling, home improvement services. Okay, they will need some type of materials, some type of commodity moved back and forth. Contact them. Categorized under undefined. They may be, that kind of suggests that they're very small. You're seeing their ratings as well. So it shows that they may be a small company, or they may not actually be a warehouse. They may not actually be a distribution center. So again, I wouldn't bother even contacting them. That is a waste of time. So last but not least, good old Google. Now, when you're using Google, it's very simple. You can type in things like trucking companies near whatever the zip code may be, or whatever the city and state may be, warehouses near whatever it may be, distribution center near whatever it may be, and also a good one. Let's just say it is someone from Chicago. We can get them a regular lane going from Chicago to Wisconsin. Oh, no, it's supposed to say cheese warehouse. Okay. So, cheese warehouse, Wisconsin. Now look at this. Scrolling down. We're not going to call these people. They have cheese shops. Cheese shops. Yes, we typed in cheese warehouse, but we still have to pay attention. So we're going to click on more places. And as you scroll down, look at this. This is the warehouse. Cheese shop. Don't call them. Let's look for another warehouse. And you see how many results generated, and they're not really warehouses. But look at this one right here. You would call this number directly. Call them. They open at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Call them and say, hi, I have an owner-operator. This is the fleet we're working with. Do you need loads moved? Do you have any loads available? This can be this can be a lane for you. A permanent lane where they're home every day and they're just driving back and forth from Chicago to the cheese warehouse. Right here, another one, another warehouse. So I also told you that you can type in, what did I say? Trucking companies near. So trucking companies, Chicago. And you can call these trucking companies. Call them. Ask if they need help. Ask if they have loads. JB Hunt. Now, the DAT load board under the power package, they do have it where you can access the DAT directory. And under the directory, you can also find a list of suppliers and of direct shippers. However, these are 4 ways you can do it without even having access to a load board. So even if you never chose to pay $1 for a load board, you still have 4 different options that I just showed you today that you can utilize to get direct contracts with shippers and have your owner operators moving. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, and I will see you guys next time. So if you've enjoyed this video and you want to continue to educate yourself on all things logistics, please like, share, and subscribe. And also remember, with all things logistics, you are in business for yourself, but never by yourself. I'll see you next time.